Hi everyone, good evening. Today we will see joins through SQL and then rank and dense rank functions from SQL. I'll explain with the help of W3 schools. So you all know about joins, right? The same joins which we implemented in data stage can also be implemented through SQL as well. Let's see how to join two tables and how to implement inner join, left join, right join, full join, union all these kind of things on SQL. So first let me explain the syntax and then we will see how to execute the query. Okay. Joining means getting the data from both the tables. Say suppose my table A is having 10 columns and my table B is having 10 columns. From table A, I would like to fetch 5 columns and table B, I would like to fetch 5 more columns into a single window. That means we are trying to join both the things. And when we would like to join both the things, the first criteria is we need to have a key column over there. So if we do have key column, then we will join the tables using key columns. And the second table is B. Okay. So two tables, A and B. In table A, I do have name, age, department, and in B column, I do have here, say suppose employee ID also is there. Here I do have employee ID, department ID, department name, salary. Okay, so I would like to have employee ID, employee name, and their salary. Then we need to join these two tables using key column. So key column can be employee ID because that is the only column which is same, also the department, but we are not sure whether this department is department ID or department name. So then we also need to check in the table how the data is looking like. Say suppose if it is department ID, then we can't equate the or we can't join the tables just depending on the department ID, right? Because multiple people can go under same department, so we cannot use department ID as joining column here. We must use a employee ID as joining column. So we need to write something like this: select from A what I want, employee ID, comma A dot name, which is nothing but employee name, and B dot salary. From A, here we need to mention inner join table B on A dot employee ID is equal to B dot employee ID. This is how the syntax should be. First, we need to write a select. Then we need to write down from which particular table, which column we would need. Then from keyword. Then we need to give our left table and the type of join that we are performing. Then the right table and on which particular column you would like to do the join. So we need to give on keyword followed by the joining condition. A dot employee ID is equal to B dot employee ID. This query is going to do inner join. Say suppose I would like to implement left join. Then here I can, instead of inner join, I need to give it as left join. Left join. And in the similar way, the right join or full join can also be implemented through SQL. Now let's try to execute the same thing on SQL. Okay. So joins, right? Let's go to joins section. And here, let's click on try yourself. So here they are joining two tables, products and categories. And they are implementing inner join. So first, they are selecting product ID, product name, and category name. This category name is there from category table. To understand which particular table has which columns, we can first do something like this. Select top 10 from customers. Top 10 star. This is going to give sample records, sample first 10 records from my customers table. So here what I do have customer ID, customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code and country I do have. Let's also see the second table which is products or category. Category. Okay, category table is not there. That's why error. Categories is there. So there are only 8 records. Here we do have category ID, category name, description. That's all. There is no common column between customers and category, I hope. So first, we need to understand how the data is available from both the tables. Which join they have done? Products and category. Okay. Let's see products table. But these things we will get in the requirement sheet, which particular two tables are going to be joined and what are all the key columns. If that is not available, then we need to explore the things by ourselves. We need to check how many columns are there in that table, what is the key column between those two things, like that we need to do. So here in the product table, we do have category ID, and in the categories table, we do have category ID. That's the reason they have joined the tables on category ID. Okay. Now let me execute this query. So they have done the same thing. They have selected product ID from product table, product name from product table, and category name from category table. In my query, I have defined A dot B dot something like that, right? If we give the query with reference of the table, then the query will execute in a more faster way than like how it is now. Because see, now what the query is going to do is it is going to check in which table product ID is there, because we have not mentioned specifically from which particular table the product ID need to be extracted, right? So first the table is going to search product ID is there in products table or not. Then if it is not available, then it will check in categories. Instead, say suppose I have given an aliasing name P for products, then I can give here P dot. That means this product ID, please fetch from table P. What is table P? Table P is nothing but products. I just given a aliasing name for my products table. Likewise, here I can give C as aliasing name. If we are not giving any aliasing name, then it need to be written as products dot product ID. If this is not available, then we need to give products dot product ID and products dot product name and categories dot category name. If I run this SQL, then it fetched the details. See, it has done the joining. Inner joining happened because this category name is not available in products table and product ID and product name is not available in the category table. We joined these two tables and fetched the columns from both the tables. This is how we can able to perform the joins. But as I told, select column names from left table and then the type of join that we are performing and then right table and then the joining condition on products.category ID is equal to categories.category ID. If I give the aliasing name like P and C, I'm just giving a nickname for my tables. Then these products need to be replaced by P and categories need to be replaced by C. Still, it is going to give the same result. Now the result do have 77 records, right? So let's execute this one, which is going to give the same 77 records. And the same thing can also be performed like this from, okay, select column names from table A. So I'm removing this inner join. Instead, I'm giving both the tables. Select P dot, so select then P dot product ID, P dot product name, C dot category name from table names. And here instead of on, I'm giving where P dot category ID is equal to C dot category ID. So instead of using inner join, I can also implement the same inner join using where clause also. How we can perform is, we need to give both the tables after our from keyword, and then we need to give the filtering condition for joining the tables, where P dot category ID is equal to C dot category ID. If I execute this one, still it is giving 77 only. So this is how we can able to implement inner join. So this is one way. The same thing can be implemented like this. Select A dot employee ID, A dot name, comma, B dot salary from A, comma, B, from tables where A dot employee ID is equal to B dot employee ID. Even this is also doing the same thing, same inner join activity only. But this query is little faster when compared to this query. It does not mean that we are not going to use this inner join keyword. It is so depending on the performance, we can also modify, or we can also implement the same inner join like this also. Say suppose I would like to implement left join. We all know about left join concept, right? All the data from left table and the matching data from right table. So to do that one through SQL, instead of adding inner join, we need to write it as left join. Here, we just need to replace inner with left join. This is how we can do the left join. And say suppose I'm implementing right join, then here I need to write as right. Okay. Do practice in your SQL server that is available on these joins. Now let's see two main functions in SQL. One is rank function. Here you can also try. So for left join also they have mentioned. Let me show you the joins. Even though we discussed the joins in data stage, here also they clearly mentioned what is which join. So inner join is going to pick the common data from both the tables. This is table A, this is table B, or say suppose these two are table 1 and 2. Then inner join is going to give the common data from both the tables. Left join is going to give complete data from my left table and common data from my right table. But say suppose here there are 10 columns and here there are 10 columns. But I do want only 3 columns from my left table and 2 columns from my right table. Then this common area, the 2 columns is going to have the data from table 2. But there is non-common area, right? Left join is going to give complete table, left table data. But out of complete data, say suppose if there are 100 records over here in my table 1, and out of 100 only 10 are in match with table 2, and from table 2 we are fetching 2 columns. For those 2 columns only 10 rows is going to have the data, rest 80 will not have any data. They are going to come with null values, because left join is going to give complete left table data and the matching right table data. If there is no match, then for those records we are going to get null values. Similarly, the right join also. Right join is going to give complete right table and the common data from my left table. Full join is going to give complete data from both the tables. Okay. And these are 4 main joins. So first practice these things, then we will discuss about union and union all. These are another 2 keywords which we see in SQL. I will explain them post having some understanding on these joins. Okay, now let's try to understand rank and dense rank. These two are two functions in SQL. There are also many other functions available apart from rank and dense rank. Like we did string functions in data stage, right? The same string functions can also be done on SQL also. But even though everything can be implemented on SQL, we are not going to use SQL for ETL implementations. The reason behind is SQL is going to give the result at a uh, on the user screen, but it could not able to generate files or could not able to load the data to another table in an efficient way. That's the reason, even though we can able to perform many needed functionalities through SQL queries, we are not going to use, but still we prefer ETL implementation, and we will use these queries to the best of its performance to extract the data. Okay, let's see these two functions, rank and dense rank. So I do have students data from class 10. Okay, I do have 10th class marks. Total marks is there, like 123 or some totals are there, and I would like to give ranking for my students. Okay, then say suppose if my total is same for two students, let me write it down. Student name, total marks, rank, and dense rank. Apple got 500. And ball got some 300. Cat 550. So these are of out of 600. Dog got some 570. Okay. Fish 500. 550. Okay. These are couple of the student marks. Then to give the ranking first, we need to sort this data, right? Then what happens? What is the total? I mean, complete highest total, dog and egg, right? So these two records will go to top. Then 550s, two people got 550s. Cat and goat. Then 500. So even fish goes third place. And in rank, it will come as 1. For egg also, it is going to give 1. For cat, it is going to give 3. And for goat, it is going to be given 3. For apple, 5. For fish also, it is 5. And for ball, it is 7. Whereas in dense rank, it is 1. And this is also 1. This will be 2. This is going to be 2. This is 3. And this is 3. And this is 4. So rank is going to skip the rank if there are same amounts for 2 or more than 2 people. Say suppose even cat have 570, then rank 1 is going to be given for dog, egg and cat in rank function. Whereas in dense rank function, it is not skipping the value. This is how these two functions will work. These two functions can be implemented based on our requirement, how we would like to give ranking for a particular data depending on some columns. Okay, let's execute. First, let's understand the syntax also. So the syntax for rank and dense rank is something like this. Select name, comma, marks, comma, rank over rank. So rank function is denoted as this. Rank as student rank over. That means I am aliasing this function with this name. I am going to apply this rank function over which particular column? Over marks. Over marks from students table. Say suppose this is my table. This is how we need to write the rank function. Say suppose I would like to write dense rank, then here instead of rank we need to give dense rank. So the main two things that we need to take care apart from selecting needed columns is we need to use over keyword and we need to use the table name. Table name anyhow we are going to write, right? So rank over which particular column you would like to apply the rank. That is what we need to mention. Let's see the syntax on W3 to execute it. One second, let me check where it is. SQL functions. I don't see it here. Let me try here itself. So first let me execute this one to see the structure of data. Let's give ranking on price. Okay. So select product name, comma, rank as, okay, product name, comma, price. Sorry. So I am fetching product name and price and rank as product price. Rising rank. Pricing rank over price from products. Okay. Let me execute this one. PRODUCTS products. I'm doing sorting on price, order by price, descending, and I'm giving rank function on this one. Ideally, they should give the, okay, two queries are here. I'm sorry. Let me try with rank. Row number is also a function which is going to do similar activity. Rank over price as rank. I am applying the rank after sorting the data. That's why I'm doing order by price in descending. I want to give highest price as first rank. It is giving an error, but this is correct syntax only. But you can try on your system, which is going to definitely work. And here we are going to give dense rank for executing dense rank. Let me check where we do have it. Dolly. I'm checking in MySQL. Anyone using your laptop so that I can try on your system, because my SQL is not working, or else I can paste this query so that you can try on your SQL. This is giving the connection issue. For you all, it is working, I'm sure. So there you can try this rank and dense rank. They actually give the same things which we have discussed. Rank and dense rank. So here they are explaining the same rank and dense rank. Here also they did the same thing. They applied the rank function over score in descending order as rank from students table. Then we will get the answer like this. For 90 and 90, they will give first rank. The rank function will assign first rank, and then it is going to skip one value and assign the next rank to the third highest marks. If it is dense rank, then it is going to give 1 and 1 for the highest, and it will not skip the rank for the second highest. It will give second rank for the second highest only. This is how both the things are going to work. Okay. So practice joins and these two functions, rank and dense rank functions on your SQL. Also, there are couple other functions as well available, like minimum of something or maximum of something or sum of something. All the functions are available. Say suppose we would like to see null values in some table, then we can also try all those things. So I will show you them on data stage how we need to perform, and on SQL also how it need to be performed. Still my DB connector has issues which is not resolved yet. That is keep on lagging from my side. Tomorrow I'll show you on DB the same things. All the functions I will show you here. And after completing the SQL part, I will show you how to connect to the SQL server through the data stage. Okay. With this, we will close today. But I want Danush, Anjani, Sandhya and Mahalakshmi to be in call so that we will close the resumes today. I'm stopping the recording. వెళ్తున్నా నేను రైట్ చేయి.